Is Exterminate Mutants about to break the game? This void scheme that is a 5 diff 6 control action has one of the most busted abilities on any of the cards we've seen from TMNT because of how it interacts with a card that is already on people's watch lists. Exterminate Mutants has a first form mill free, perfect for what we're trying to do, and also does not count towards progressive, so a great scheme because it looks like all schemes don't count towards progressive. However, the enhance for the card pool is where this starts to get silly. Enhance card pool, your turn. Build 1 copy of Mechazoid from your discard pile. You're allowed 8 Mechazoids in your deck, and you can then start building them whenever you play an attack. Why is this busted? Well, not under normal circumstances in sealed in draft. It's going to be just a fun little gimmick that lets you access these Mechazoids and give you some cool little attack power. But if you put this in, let's say, Allura or Jin, or any kind of character that has the life symbol, you get to pop off with Falling Titans. So you get to play Exterminate Mutants. You play Falling Titans with no progressive. You then build in Mechazoid from your discard using Exterminate Mutants. After this attack resolves, you then use Fallen Titans to sacrifice the Mechazoid to pick it back up. You then play Fallen Titans. You make the check. You then use Exterminate Mutants to build in Mechazoid. And then you use Fallen Titans to blow it up, pick it back up. You've created essentially a pseudo-infinite loop. Yes, you have to keep passing the checks, but I'll get round to that in a second. If your opponent has no way to stop this, you just get to keep popping off. And even if you have to pass the check each time, if you keep checking grey, you're kind of golden. If you check a couple of red, you're still kind of golden. You're still just slamming this attack over and over and over, and it's costing you nothing because the Mechazoid is a free backup. You just get to keep building in, and the Mechazoid themselves is giving you more resources. Mechazoid has a response that says, after this card is destroyed, draw 1 card and discard 1 card, allowing you to filter through your hands and enhance your attack. Your rival commits 1 foundation. So I am able to, on top of bouncing Fallen Titans, as well as an enhance, committing the Mechazoids I'm about to blow up to have my opponent commit a foundation. I am going to be able to commit out their board, as well as making it harder for them to deal with it. And then if we look at the characters we can use this with, like I mentioned Jin, who is able to keep giving Fallen Titans speed, who is able to cancel and enhance that might have you try and stop this loop. But you also have Allura, and Allura has Chaos. Chaos is the check hacking symbol. It is the symbol that is going to go, you want to keep playing Fallen Titans? Bet, we got your back. Let me throw in a City Rampage. Let me throw in an inspiring song. Let me throw in all these foundations and all this tech that is going to make these checks easier and easier and easier to pass, so you can just keep throwing Fallen Titans at your opponent. If you put City Rampage in this, if you go Exterminate Mutants, City Rampage on a 5, I can now not check less than a 5 on my attack, which is a 7. And if you run this as your only attack, you're more likely going, I cannot check less than a 6 because you're going to be running some 4s on my attack, which is 7. This is going to turn Fallen Titans into a pseudo-infinite combo. It's not even that hard to set up because Exterminate Mutants mills free when you play it. And because of how consistent this game is and the fact you can have 8 Mechazoids in your deck just lets you pop off. When you draw your opening hand, say you're a 6-hander, you have 6 cards in hand. So you've seen a 10th of your deck there. If you build, say, 4, you've then seen 4 cards. You've seen a 6th of your deck from that action alone. If you are not hitting 1 of 8 when you've seen 1/10 of your deck, it becomes very awkward. And the fact that you're going to look at a more controlled, slow burn kind of deck, you're going to be able to pull this off very consistently because of how the decks work, because of how this game is played, because of how many cards we're drawing each turn. You're going to be able to pull this off very quickly. And because these are void attuned, You can run it under chaos. You can have this kind of beautiful access, Valentine's Mechazoid and Exterminate Mutants, and still run it under the main chaos symbol, because attunement just lets you go, yeah, let's have all these fun interactions. And I legitimately think this is going to be an issue. You're creating a situation where your opponent is going to be in position of, do you have the answer? No, you die. And it's going to be a lot more consistent than what we've seen with the other characters that we're able to do. This is a lot more consistent than Falco and all the other cards, because all you need is one Mechazoid in the discard and you pop off. Falco needs to keep milling them. You need to have enough out. All this requires is you have one Mechazoid in your discard, one Exterminate Mutants in your hand, and one Falling Titans. And you get to pop off. You get to keep going. And no. So let me know, what do you think? Is this combo actually going to be an issue? Is there any other combos, or is there any other combos you've found throughout TMNT? And which character do you think plays this best? I was thinking Devil Jin until the UKVersus Research and Development Department said, no, Allura plays this better because you get chaos. And I was like, yes, let's pop off, let's go. Let's slay with the Chaos City Rampage. The schemes are coming in and we are scheming. I will see you at game night, where it is Reigning Titans. Hallelujah. Catch you all there. Bye.